Production of continuous X-rays. So the first, it occurs in two steps. First, the electron acceleration, and followed by the electron deceleration, right? So what happens when you apply a high voltage, right? So high voltage is applied between the cathode and anode to accelerate electrons towards the target material. So that means cathode is the material where the electrons are produced, and then that electron will be accelerated by using high voltages, right? So high voltage typically ranges from 20 kilovolt to 100 kilovolt. So by doing so, that means electrons will be accelerated from the cathode towards the anode. So where the anode is the material where the electron interacts with the anode and produces the both continuous and characteristic X-rays. So in the second step, what happens? The electron deceleration or the Bremsstrahlung radiation, that means white radiation, or continuous radiation, that means X-ray radiation. So what happens when these fast moving electron, right, accelerated electrons or fast moving electron interacts with the atomic nuclei of a target material? Target material basically the anode material. So they experience a sudden deceleration, but means the electrons will lose their acceleration, or they will lose their kinetic energy. The acceleration will be reduced. Then in the second process, lot of loss of kinetic energy is converted into electromagnetic radiation in the form of continuous X-rays. So due to this deceleration or the reduction of the acceleration, what happens, or in terms, or the loss of kinetic energy results in the formation of the electromagnetic radiation. That electromagnetic radiation spectrum lies in the X-ray wavelength regions. So the amount of energy lost determines the frequency of the emitted X-rays. So how much these highly accelerated electron loses their energy, so that much only the X-ray wavelength will be determined, or the frequency of the X-rays will be determined. Electron can lose any fraction of their energy. The X-rays are produced with a continuum spectrum of wavelength. So basically, as compared to the characteristics X-ray, continuous X-rays will have a continuous range of a wavelength range of X-rays will be produced, right? So because the continuous loss of energy produces the continuous generation of wavelengths. So this continuous X-ray production can be viewed in other aspects, like the fast moving or accelerated charges emits electromagnetic radiation. So when these target material interact, basically the accelerated electron interact with the target material, they continuously lose their energy, and because of this there is a continuous change in their energy and their oscillation. Therefore the continuous change in the oscillation frequency results in the generation of continuous X-ray emission.